Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hope this message finds you well. It's me, Moani, and today we are talking about the power of a clean yes. I often talk about the power of no. And if you've been on this channel at all, you've heard me say that no is a complete sentence. It needs no qualification. It needs no explanation. If you type it on Microsoft Word, you put a period at the end of the word no, there's no squiggly line under it because it's a complete sentence. I've learned at this stage of my life to be able to say no without any feelings of guilt whatsoever, and it's a powerful feeling. Now I want to talk to you about the power of a clean yes. A clean yes is a gift that we give to people. A clean yes is when we agree to do something or we agree to engage in an activity and people ask us a question, they ask us for a favor, and we say yes, and we also put a period on the end of that yes. We don't have unexpressed expectations. We don't have an unexpressed agenda. We don't have invisible strings attached to our yes that we end up, trying to pull and maneuver and manipulate if something goes awry. When I say yes to something, I take full responsibility for that yes. So if somebody asks me to borrow some money, I always say no. I don't lend money. I just don't in my personal life. I give money and I give it when I can and when I feel like it. And when I give it, I don't feel badly about it. I don't care what you do with it. If you ask me for it and I give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. And if I give it to you and you act up and you kind of act a certain way, I'm not going to regret that I gave it to you. I might think twice the next time. But I'm not going to now come back to you and say, hey, I did A, B, C for you. I expected you to do blah, 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 when I never set those expectations in the first place. A clean yes is a yes that you give without having any expectations whatsoever from the other person that you do not express. And if you say yes to doing something for somebody, if you say yes to giving something to somebody, and you have an expectation in the back of your mind that they're going to act a certain way towards you, or they're going to reciprocate in a certain way, or do something for somebody else, then it's your responsibility to say that from jump. And if you don't say that from jump, then you don't have the right, you don't have the space to then throw it in their face if they act in a way that's not in accordance with behaviors that you never told them you were expecting in the first place. People are not mind readers, right? And you have the right to say no. So if you choose not to exercise your right to say no, and you say yes to people they want your time, they want something material from you, they want a favor, you choose to say yes, you have an expectation in the back of your mind that they're going to do A, B, or C, you then cannot hold them accountable for what you did not say you expected on the other end of that yes. We would save ourselves a whole lot of angst and drama and heartache if we would learn the power of that clean no and that clean yes. The next time somebody asks you to do something, or the next time you offer to do something, check your own expectations, check your own intentions, and make sure that you're clear about the energy with which, the expectations with which you are giving that gift of your yes. Because a yes is a gift, right? And if you're going to give that gift and give it freely, you can't have unexpressed expectations. You can't have invisible strings, because then what you're doing is you're converting that gift to a debt. It's called gift conversion. When we give the gift of our yes with unexpressed expectations and invisible strings, and we want to hold that person accountable, we are now converting our gift to a debt. So if you can't say yes freely, do one or two things. Say no, or say yes and give all your expectations and your qualifying statements, so people can know that if they receive your yes, what's expected from them, how they're expected to behave, how they're expected to respond, right? But if you're giving that yes as the gift, and you're not clear about the expectations, and you're not clear about what it is that you want in return, and that you have an agenda, or you have an intention that you haven't spoken, and you want to hold that person accountable for it, you're engaging what's called gift conversion, and that's a sign of emotional immaturity. So when you're going forward this week, and people ask you for favors, or they ask you to do something, or you volunteer to do something and then they don't act in a way that's consistent with what your unexpressed expectations were, keep your comments to yourself and think better the next time. I've gotten to a place in my life, if you get a yes from me, it's a yes. I don't hold it over your head. I'm not going to come back and try to make you feel badly about it. I'm not going to say that you now owe me A, B, or C. And if something happens after I give you that yes and something pops up that I did not expect, then it's on me that the next time you ask me for something, I will take that into consideration. And then rather than giving you the yes, you might get my strong no. But what I am not going to do is sit there and hold you hostage for expectations that I never let you knew I had when I gave you that yes in the first place. So as you're going forward this week, if you are asked something and you decide to say yes, or if you volunteer to do something and give the gift of a yes, be clear about your expectations. Be clear about your intentions. If you can't give it freely, at least give the recipient the benefit of knowing what your expectations are, so then they have the option to say no to your yes, to decline your yes, and maybe go somewhere else. Or receive your yes and be willing to be held accountable to your expectations. But for the love of all that's holy in this world, we got to stop it, y'all. I see it so often and it drives me crazy. If you can't say a clean yes, then be clear and express your expectations. And if you're not willing to do that, don't hold the other person accountable for those words, for those feelings, those intentions that you did not share. Just think better the next time. All right? That's it. Hope you have a great week. Hope this was helpful to you. And I'll see you soon. Have a good one.